Alright, we good, brothers.
Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, as always, we're going to give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash.
And double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule and teach well, where we learned this truth from. And peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth in sincerity. We the brothers from the GMS Cleveland Church come back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai with the Lord willingly edifying lesson. You know, just want to briefly touch on how we are swiftly and quickly approaching Jacob's trouble. You know, the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and chapter 16 is quickly approaching.
That's right.
Which when you go into those chapters, it speaks of, you know, the sedition amongst men, you know, people invading one another. Talk about, you know, the troops coming in.
Hey, brother, brother mind just grabbing it?
Yeah,
read 16 to like 19 or 18, 19. Yep.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I'll start at 14.
Huh.
2nd Ezra 15 and 14, it said, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands."
It said, woe to the world. So this thing, woe meaning death and destruction, grief, misery, sorrow, sufferings, calamities. So these things is coming upon the world. It said, for the sword, modern day sword being a gun. You know, it said the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And you see that, you know, with the different uproars taking place all across the globe, you know. And it said, can you read the last verse again, Baba Kushai?
It says 2nd Ezra 15 verse 15, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands."
So that's going into the different race wars, you know, the different factions, so to speak. They're gonna be clicked up, you know. And once again, the modern day sword is the gun, and a lot of Americans, okay, since the scamdemic that started in the last couple years, I think it's like 60 million Americans have purchased a firearm for their first time.
Yeah,
you know?
When you look at statistics, it says that there's more guns in America than actual citizens, which we don't know the actual number, but according to E's number, there's 330 something million people in America.
And simultaneously, what you got, cops resigning. You know, one of the most recent places where cops was resigning was in New York. You know, the Apostle Star, he did a video on it. You know, and that's what sparked this video through the spirit. We had 2,500 cops resign in the year 2023. Which, go ahead.
So like if I can say, because Esau, he knows, because you got it, when you buy a gun, you got to register your gun. So when he say it's more guns than people, that's just the ones that's registered.
It's registered,
y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then plus Esau, you gonna make a left. And plus Esau, but you gotta go through.
I know.
So, but Esau, see, he the one who bring a lot of these weapons into the country.
That's right.
So he damn sure know it's more guns than people. I'm gonna keep going. 2nd Ezra 15 verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes."
And that's right, you know, because the people not gonna care about no damn mandates. Because first and foremost, there's not gonna be, you know, any police to reinforce these things.
Exactly.
All right, you got New York. As crazy and wild New York is, you know, that city can't afford to lose 2,500 officers.
Right.
So you got to know all type of madness is going on over there, man.
And they said that was record breaking, you know, which we living in record breaking times, because it's gonna be a time like never before.
The Lord is making the impossible happen. You know, things that people would think would be impossible, the Lord is making those things happen.
All right, unprecedented. You know, for the first time in history, like the brother said. I'm gonna read it again. 2nd Ezra 15 verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
Hey, I want to say this real quick, because we know that also these things are being done intentionally. Okay, because hey, what? You know, he wants to bring the UN. He wants the UN to you know, take over and run things, man.
Because they got something called Order Ab Chaos, which is in the Latin, showing you that we in Rome all over again. You know, what Order Ab Chaos meaning what? Order out of chaos. So they know what order they want to establish, and they know what type of chaos they need. So that's what you see being engineered. You know,
It said the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because like the brother said, you ain't gonna be no 911. You know, even now those cops in let me read a little bit of this. I'm gonna read the headline of the article, because it said that the cops have to work inhumane overtime. It says, this is from the dailymail.co.uk. Over 2,500 NYPD cops have handed in their badges so far this year. We still, how many more months? You still got one more month, you know? It says, forcing those who remain on the job to work inhumane amounts of overtime.
Which I was gonna say this, and I guarantee you those cops that are on duty, they ain't out here patrolling looking for crime, man. Them niggas somewhere in the parking lot sleep. You working inhumane hours means, you know, it's inhumane, man. Which means, hey, it's against the natural sleep, your natural sleep time. You know, these officers got family, they got children. So you think a nigga gonna be working 18 hours and he gonna be out in the streets patrolling the street? No, he gonna be on some one way in a car sleep, man.
That's why the course of their actions gonna stand in their power, because that's already happening now. You know, crime. You think these top drug dealers, niggas who really in the streets, they know that the cops is down. Even in Cleveland, it said, I got another article pertaining to the city that we in. It says, this is from news5cleveland.com, dangerously understaffed. Cleveland still hemorrhaging police officers. Then it says, this is a serious problem. So even the Cleveland police, and this is all across the country, in every major city, the police is dangerously understaffed, and the reason why is because the economy is tanking. When the economy affects everything, you know, that cuts down the city's budget, that cuts down the police budget, the education budget, all of that, because the economy is all out of whack. That starts at the top. And this is Yahweh Shemi Awashai is doing, man, to bring that chaos. It says, let me keep going.
On that 15?
Yeah.
Bubba Kasha.
This second Ezra 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. It's like it, yeah, we go.
And it says sedition going into what? Rebellion. You know, people gonna be rebelling against the laws of the land, so to speak. You know, motherfuckers, because you know Esau gonna come back with another scam. Demi, he gonna set curfews and things like that, and people not gonna listen. People gonna be in complete turmoil and uproar.
That's right. Like I said, this is all by design, man.
And I was gonna say another thing, because another thing too is you got the brother made mention how the economy is crashing, and New York is not the only state where cops were resigning. You had cops resigning in other states. Why? Because of low pay.
That's right. And Esau noticed this was gonna be the cause and the cause and effect. He knew it.
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, so you say the grinders cease. The grinders represent workers. The grinders represent the workers, right? And it
Work anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere. They say the grinders cease because they are few. And that's what we talk about in this lesson, you know what I'm saying? That there's few police officers, and that's what they call an essential worker. You know, that's a position that is needed to hold structure within society.
Yeah, because that's how laws be enforced through them. So where there's no police officers, no laws being enforced.
Because the scriptures say he is a minister, you know, of the Most High, roughly paraphrased. So the Lord has set up Esau, Edom, to make sure that it was an order here in his wicked ass kingdom, some type of order, even though it really is no order. But guess what? Now he is removing that order, because he is setting up his order. But it's still going to result in the chaos.
That's
you know,
right.
Because where the evil is sown, it must be plucked up.
All right.
Matter of fact, I'm going to just go to that real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, and starting at verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown. Okay? What is the evil being sown? This wicked ass society we see established. You got it to the point where, because going back to the order that Esau has, he got it to where Moses protected, you know, and so on and so forth. Okay? He got laws of the land that people abide by. Okay, but it says, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. So we see the destruction being, we see it creeping up, so to speak. You know, going back to the term order ab chaos, the chaos is coming. These devils, they destroying their own kingdom.
That's right.
It's all by design. But the thing is, the pride of thine heart have deceived them. So they think that once they destroy their kingdom, they're gonna be able to build it back up, you know, in the name of technology. But no, that's not according to prophecy.
Well, Esau, he needs like the famine. See, this is the thing. When all these things take place, who's gonna come out to bring the order? You know, it's not gonna be the police officers. Usually, when things happen, the first thing a person call the police. But soon there's not gonna be any police, man. 2,500 police officers turned in their badge, man. All right, and the rest of these police officers, they're working inhumane hours. All right, but what's gonna happen when all hell started to break loose? You know, when the police say, you know what, man, I need to protect my loved ones and my family.
Exactly.
I can't protect the cities anymore, man. All right, I wanted to go back to the 2nd Ezra 15 because it says, verse 17, it says, and a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. When people get afraid, what's the first thing they do, man? They call the 5-0, man. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but they shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So when all these acts going on, okay, there's not going to be no police in sight to stop these things, man. Hey, people going, what? No police? No police? Oh, hey, it's like this, right? A prime example. New Year's Eve. When, you know, Jake out there shooting their guns, man. You know, Jake used that time to, you know, go do some wickedness, man. Like shoot up a nigga house, go kill their enemy. Because why? It's normal for people to shoot on that day. It's not going to be alarming. So no police out there. Jake can't wait to see no police. Shortage on police. Oh, hey, it's time to live it. Let's do some more wickedness, man. You know?
God, like you said, that's you said you speaking from the perspective of a shortage on police. But like the scripture just said, it said for a lack of bread and great tribulation. How much more on top of the low numbers of police when people need to do these things in order to survive, in order to get some food because they can't find it in the grocery store, but they know Big Shirley down the street got canned goods stacked up.
Yep.
Guess what they gonna do? They gonna kick in their door.
And who's gonna? Oh, because hey, the motto of the police is to what? Protect and serve. So who's gonna protect you and serve you in that day? You know, no one. Okay, you're gonna have to protect and serve yourself, man, and especially you damn women, cause that's your second heart, man. Grabbing that phone and dialing those 3 numbers, man. But you dial those 3 numbers, man, you ain't gonna get a call, man.
And like one of the earlier verses you read said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Meaning what? It's gonna be lockdowns. You know, which they've been speaking of lockdowns. Bill Gates of hell wrote a whole book, contributed to another scamdemic, how to go around it and so on and so forth. So these devils, they tell people, they prophesy on the left hand side what they gonna do.
And this is all Esau needs to pretty much roll out, man. He needs to create some type of chaos. And what perfect way to create chaos, okay, by removing police or causing, you know, certain situations to happen to where, you know, there's no police out here, man. That'd be perfect. Oh, this is the perfect time to cause, you know, to set niggas up to cause the chaos, man.
I got a precept. It's Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Going back into how they said that was a record-breaking number. Okay, why? Because we coming into a time like never before. You know, going back to the statement I made earlier, we living in record-breaking times. Let me read that in NLT. Matthew 24 and 21. For there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began. And it will never be so great again. So the Most High, he has the, you know, the Most High is dramatic. Why? Because he is a Jake, you know. We get our dramatics from him. So the Most High got to go out with a bang, so to speak. You know, Yahweh said, I am going to bring fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? You know, meaning what? It's already going to be judgment happening, even leading up to the missiles. It's already going to be fire on the earth.
That's right, bro.
I'm going to read verse 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Because you got these devils destroying the earth, destroying the people, destroying the grass. You know, these devils destroy the clouds if possible. And how much more when people, all hell breaks loose and people destroying each other, it's going to be no flesh to be saved. But that's why I said, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Hey, because if it was up to this devil, man, nobody would make it, man. Not even him. You know, at the rate he's going, he's trying to not just destroy humanity. Hey, he's a part of humanity. So he's willing to destroy himself. You know, and that also goes into the hatred that he has for Jake, man. You know?
Like you said, he destroying himself. And on top of him pushing his mindset on the people, so the people destroying themselves as well. And they're going to be destroying each other in the near future, which you already see that happening. You know, you got murder, the murder rate at an all-time high.
At an all-time high, you got robbery. Okay, and right now, there's still police. Hey, man, but it's crazy because when you even drive around or you even see the police, they mind is not even on. Because back in the day, I remember when you used to see police, they used to be circumspect. You would see them in the car looking around. Now they be in the car laughing, joking, eating all type of food, sitting around parked. You know, they ain't thinking about, you know, because guess what? Their life is starting to be on the line, man. You know, they also going into situations where police is going to like different calls or going into situations getting their ass kicked. Getting beat, man. A police told some niggas to stop smoking, they kicked his ass. Police like, hold on, now this is getting unsafe. Because that respect and fear is gone now. No one respects and fear the police anymore.
That's the spirit, because I seen something, I can't remember exactly where it was at, but you had I believe it was a Jake. He had shot 2 police officers and then got to stabbing them. Now, of course, they end up shooting them to death, but that go back to what you said. They not regarding their kings nor princes. You know, the course of their actions shall stand in their power, like the brother read in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter.
Hey, ain't no police to deliver us to jail? What the hell? Hold on. Jake about to have a fall. Hey, it's about to, everybody true intentions. Everybody gonna be able to do what their heart's desires, man, because the only thing that stop people now is the law. Police enforcing the law. You know, home invasions. Oh, that carry 15 to 20. Oh, that makes a nigga think, man. But shit, when there ain't no police out there, a nigga can't get caught. Imagine a city where no police said you can't go to jail for nothing, man.
Exactly.
That city would get wiped, man. That city would get took out. You know?
I got something close when let's
get something. That's it.
This is Luke chapter 23 and verse 31. For if they do these things in the green tree, which shall be done in the dry? Because you got all type of gruesome murders, okay, and things that people do now. You got you know, creepy ass niggas stalking OnlyFans models and you know, chopping them up and then going a couple blocks down and getting the next one. And people doing these things before all hell breaks loose. Before it's a scarcity and famine of things. You know, food, water. It's gonna be a scarcity of faith. So people doing these things in a green tree. I mean, why it's still some type of life in the economy. But how much more when it's dried out? It's gonna be a time like never before. You know,
Edomites ain't gonna have that protection. All right, ain't gonna be no more going to sleep in your house with your door unlocked, with the screen door open, man. All right, ain't gonna be no more of that, man. You gonna fear. Ain't gonna be no more leaving your car keys in your driveway, man, in your car, man, with the windows down. Ain't gonna be no more of that, man. Because ain't gonna be no police to protect you niggas, man. And guess what? Them UN troops ain't coming to protect. Okay? You got the brother would make mention of all those foreigners, them immigrants coming into America. You know?
Which a lot of those is troops. You know, they call them sleeper cells. You won't know they troops until you know they troops.
Yup. And I want to say that because, you know, like I said, a lot of people, they feel comfort and protected under the police, man. Under the government, under all the protection and the safety, man. That shit gonna go out the window, man. Real soon, man. All right, you think, right, 2,500 police officers is laying, and guess what? It's called a trickle-down effect. Because other police, they gonna see that shit, they gonna want to do the same thing. A lot of people, you got all these app-based jobs out here. You know, a lot of these police, they're starting to, you know, look at their wages, and you know what? I could go DoorDash and be safe and make money. I don't gotta be putting my life on the line for this little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much out here, man.
And like the article the brother was reading said those that still working, the police officers, they working inhumane hours, you know, which they gonna eventually get tired of that shit.
Inhumane, bro. And I was going into those UN troops, man. You think they gonna be coming over here to protect and serve and make sure women is protected and children is protected? No. The scripture said, as she did unto y'all, do unto her double. So when America went into these foreign countries, hey, a lot of these UN troops, man, when they were kids, man, they witnessed America come into their country and murder their family, man. So a lot of these UN troops, man, they can't wait to get their hands on some Americans, man. That was it.
I got one more.
Come.
2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 71. Okay, speaking of when the troops, you know, become activated, so to speak. Because right now, it's troops over here, we just don't know. You know, the Lord hasn't put the spirit on them because all hell hasn't broken loose yet. You know, people haven't started invading one another. But all these things is shortly coming to pass. So it says, 2 Ezra 16 and 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
They should be like madman, sparing none. Hold on, it don't say nothing about. So you take away the ones who protect and serve to bring in some. I thought you would think you would bring in some people to protect and serve, but you bringing in some people that's gonna want blood, man. Go ahead.
Okay, because if you ain't telling them that you want to be electronically tagged, they ain't trying to hear nothing else.
That's right. This
is 2 Ezra 16 and 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So people it's gonna be violent eviction, so to speak. You know, it says verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Because you're gonna have brothers be put in certain situations just to see if we're gonna continue to have faith in the Lord, continue to pray and call on His names, you know, and have faith. The Lord deliver us out these situations. You know, and it said they shall be tried as gold in the fire. You know, meaning what? They're going to pass, you know, because gold is a precious metal, and when you put it into the fire, it becomes more precious. So verse 74 is the point. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. You know, so the days of trouble is at hand, specifically Jacob's trouble, which we know Jacob's trouble is also Esau's trouble, Elam's trouble. You know, it's trouble for the whole world. Only thing is, the elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel is the ones that's going to be delivered.
That's right.
You know, so Lord willing, we hope this was edifying closing. We go give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well where we learned this truth from. And peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe on this truth and sincerity. Till next time we say, Kwame Asha Allah, wa Shalom.
Shalom.